Hi Dereka, I was just going to show you a few things on Microsoft that some we talked about, but a couple of other things I've thought since. First of all, I think these only work in Office 365, so I don't know which version you've got, but the first one I mentioned was the Dictate button. So this is on the main menu for me, so by clicking on Dictate, you click it and then you wait for a beep, which I don't think you'll hear in this recording. Once you have clicked on the button, it should type everything out. Now, it's not perfect, and it doesn't put any punctuation in, which you will need to be careful of, but it might be useful. I'll stop the dictation. So we need to go back through this. You need to read through this and check. So I said once you click the button, it should type everything out now, full stop. So I'm looking for full stop, and I actually said now. It's not perfect. So it does, you do need to go through it. Once you've done that, the other one I found, which I didn't talk about when we were there, is you can actually get Microsoft to read back out to you. So if you go to review and then read aloud.
Once you have clicked on the button,
and I think you probably can't hear this, but it's reading out. It's in a really digital electronic voice. But it might be useful at times.
It might be useful. I'll stop the dictation.
And then the last thing in Word I thought might be useful for you, and again I don't know if you know this, but you can change the colour of the page. And you talked about using overlays, and I think you've probably got an app which we'll talk about in a moment, but if it's useful to change the colour of this, if you go to Design and then Page Colour, you can select whatever colour you want as a background for that, which might be useful for you when you're writing essays. I don't know whether that helps or not. So that was in Design and Page Colour. So the other thing I just wanted to mention briefly, I think you've got an app to work as an overlay for the computer, and I think it'd be worth trying to get that working. Maybe your sister or daughter or someone can help you with that if you haven't been able to do it. But on Microsoft, if you go to Settings, then it brings up the setting box, and there's a thing for ease of access. Where is it down here? Ease of access. And that does a load of things for people who are visually impaired. It kind of magnifies the screen and all that sort of stuff. But there's some colour filters here. Now, it doesn't work like an overlay, but I use these. I'm colourblind, so I use these to make the colours sharper for you. And you can play with these a little bit. So, for example, you can make the whole thing grey rather than colour if that's better, or the other way around, or inverted or whatever else. And then there's colourblind options for me down there as well, which I use. So I use this one, which makes it clear. So that might be useful. It's not going to be as good. It won't help you read your PDFs any better. So I think the overlay app would be much better for that if you can get it to work. But some of this might be useful for you. Have a play around with these. There's also a high contrast one here, which I'll not do because it can reset the whole system. Then you have to push that button to reset it back again. But again, that might work for you. It might not. So you could have a play around with those and see if any of that helps. Hope that's useful. And I'll speak to you soon.